Tarte Tatin for l'osilo and all that jazz. Right, so ingredients. Pretty straightforward in terms of ingredients. Apples. It's funny that. Right, apples, and then just roll puff pastry. Some Floria Proactive butter substitute. Feel free to use butter for real because you can. I don't use butter because I stopped eating butter. Some vanilla essence. Can you see this? Vanilla essence. And some golden caster sugar. You will need a heavy bottomed omelette pan. I have a Le Creuset, which is very, very nice. The heavy bottomed pan is very important because you want it to cook at an even temperature, and you don't want it to burn. It's very important you don't burn the sugar and the butter when you're caramelizing the onions. I've already got the oven on 180 degrees. My oven is not great, but it gets there in the end. I would just be careful when you're doing this that you're not overcooking it. Just keep an eye on it, but 180 to 200 degrees seems to work for me. So I've got 4 apples. I'm going to cut them into quarters. That is a train going past. Very exciting. So many things happen in Hanley. Cut into quarters and take the middle bit out. Cut that quarter into half. Now, I'm pretty sure most Tarte Tatin recipes tell you to peel the apples, but I didn't peel the apples the first time I did it, and it was fine. I think they keep their shape better if you don't peel them. Also, one thing I should have mentioned earlier, these are pink lady apples. They're sort of red apples, quite firm, quite sweet but not too sweet. They just keep their shape quite nicely when you're cooking them. I think that's quite important. So I'm probably going to edit this out from now because that's quite boring. Stop. Okay, so the apples are all done. They're all in a little bowl, which is exciting. Next thing to do, I actually did 3 apples. I reckon 2 is probably enough, but I'd rather be having too many at this stage than not enough. Okay, so this puff pastry I would roll it out flat, like that, and just get the pan, go over the top, just press down gently on it, like that, so you get a little indentation. So that, let's flip that around like so. That means you've got a nice shape, then cut around. Now, the other thing, I watched a Gordon Ramsay effort on this. He used short crust pastry. I don't know if short crust comes out better. Okay, so I've got the pan on the heat. Must get a cloth because this pan gets very hot. So I've got it on full blast. I'll just turn it down a bit, like that. Now, you get your butter or your buttery spread. looking at that, 40 grams, I'm guessing, and then sugar. And turn that down a bit for the moment. Just get that, moving that around. Make sure it all starts to dissolve and melt. Now, while it's sort of bubbling a little bit, I'm going to start adding the apples. Like thus. So cram as many apples as you can. Up your ass! Sorry. Try and cram as many apples as you can in the pan. Like that. Get the heat up. Totally forgot the vanilla. I'm going to whack that in now. The rest of that vanilla gone. So we've got the heat on medium high. All sort of bubbling away, starting to caramelise a little bit. I'm going to leave this on a medium heat, I think. Just going to turn it down a touch and just keep it going. Keep an eye on it. You can see the the sugar and the butter's bubbling away there. Turn the heat down a little bit. This is exciting, isn't it? So you can see, there you go. Bubbling away nicely. So you want to kind of keep this going for a few minutes. You want to get some kind of caramel going at the bottom of the pan. You definitely don't want to overcook it. You're going to start getting the water coming out of the apples as they're cooking on the bottom. That's going to stop it burning, and that's going to sort of mix in with the caramel. Now, as you saw earlier, I put vanilla in. If you had cinnamon, you could use that instead. I've seen star anise go in it. I personally think that would be too strong a flavour. Okay, so this is the next step. Okay, this is the bit I always get a bit nervous about. So, apples have been on for a bit. Now, you need to get this pastry put in here as nicely as possible. You want the pastry to be tucked inside as much as you can. Okay, still got a lens glare on that. Now, last time I made it, I put egg yolk on top, egg wash with a bit of milk. This time I'm going to just put olive oil on it, because that means, and yes, I don't have a pastry brush, this is some kitchen paper. This means this is actually vegan, which is exciting if you're a vegan. Okay, the last step before you pop it in the oven, score it a few times on the top, and then bang it in the oven. Right, we're back. And we're back. Okay, so this has been in the oven now for about 20 minutes. Give you a little update. So you can see we've got a little bit of colour, but we need a little bit more colour. I'm going to turn the oven down to 150. And yeah, pop it back in. Probably another 10 minutes. Alright, so it's been in the oven about half an hour. And now it's like that. So what I'm going to do, get a plate, pop it on your top, flip it around, and hope it looks as nice as the one I made last week. Yeah, not bad. So there you go.